on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
Now at 10, fueling the fight.
I support ethanol. Why? Because it's cheaper, it's cleaner, it's homegrown.
The House passes a bill to allow year-round sales of E15 gasoline. Why supporters say it could help drivers save money at the pump. Then, Honda response ramps up.
We're taking a conservative approach on this, and we really are encouraging people to stay at their homes.
The CDC says more than 100 staffers are now working on the outbreak. Tonight, the latest situation for those quarantined in Omaha. Also, postseason pushback. Nebraska softball hosting a regional for the first time in 13 years. Why the frustration for some is building before the first pitch. And Beijing breakthrough?
We're going to have interests of ours that are going to be in conflict with interests of theirs.
President Trump arriving in China for high-stakes talks. What's on the table as trade, Iran, and high prices collide? And breaking now, President Trump in Beijing meeting with China's president as we speak for a historic meeting between two world leaders. Moments ago, President Trump greeted by Chinese President Xi Jinping as both countries face growing pressure over trade. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. President Trump is now inside that high-stakes summit in Beijing as talks focus on trade, Iran, and the economy. The White House says Trump is pushing for new trade deals, including more Chinese purchases of American food and aircraft, while also pressing China to help open the Strait of Hormuz as Americans continue to feel high prices at the pump. As the summit kicked off just moments ago, the president thanking China for this opportunity to meet.
We're going to have a fantastic future together. Such respect for China, the job you've done. You're a great leader. I say it to everybody. You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true. I can say in the United States, people aren't talking about anything else. But it's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This is a two-day summit, and it's the first time in nearly a decade a U.S. president is visiting China. New details tonight as the U.S. House passes a bill to allow year-round sales of E15 fuel. Supporters say using ethanol that way it could help farmers and lower gas prices, while opponents raise concerns about refineries and fuel policy. The bill passing in a 218 to 203 vote earlier today. It still has to go to the Senate, keep that in mind. But today's vote is big for lawmakers from corn-producing states like Nebraska and Iowa. Nebraska lawmakers say expanding year-round sales could help lower prices at the pump and could help both drivers and farmers.
I support ethanol. Why? Because it's cheaper, it's cleaner, it's homegrown, it's a fuel that has been an economic game changer for Nebraska. The beautiful thing about this bill is that it offers consumers a choice.
Opponents argue expanding E15 could hurt small refineries and benefit the ethanol industry too much. The bill now faces an uncertain future in the Senate. Right now, some very loyal Nebraska softball fans might have to watch the games on TV this weekend. On Friday, Husker softball will host its first regional since 2013, but some season ticket holders are expressing frustrations, unable to get a ticket. Our Jake Holman is following this story. He joins us now. Jake?
Hey, Rod. Right now, Bowling Stadium, while it might be empty, as we know in a couple of days, you can expect that place to be packed to the brim. But for some Husker fans who've been going to every single game this season, they won't be able to attend this weekend's game simply because they didn't get their seats in time. Husker softball on the precipice of hosting their first regional since 2013. The games begin Friday, and while the Husker fan base is pumped and ready to cheer on the Big Red, some fans who haven't missed a game all season long will now have to watch it elsewhere.
In my opinion, they should get first right of refusal for those tickets.
Josh Sandmeyer is one of many Nebraska softball season ticket holders that says they struggle to get a seat. He says they got an email from the university stating the highest donors had the right to choose first in a tier structure based on a point system. Sandmeyer's slot came up at noon.
There were some seats available in reserve seating, but every time I clicked on a pair, they were immediately gobbled up, and the server told us that those seats were no longer available.
According to the university, they say this: all season ticket holders had an opportunity to purchase tickets. 1,000 plus tickets were available to the public at 3 p.m. when they were first up for sale. But Sandmeyer's biggest concern is, quote, being cut in line.
Softball and baseball, you could get tickets. You could get reserve seats at the beginning of the season. Those same people high up on the Husker Athletic Fund donation point system did not choose to do that. So that's where the problem is. Now that the teams are hot going into postseason, when everybody wants to go to them, now they're just able to skip ahead right in front of the line.
Brooke Bly, who has been a baseball season ticket holder since Haymarket Park first opened up, says if Nebraska baseball hosts a regional, she's expecting a similar process. But at the same time, she understands the perspective from both sides.
If we would happen to get a baseball regional, it's going to be the same process, I'm guessing, unless they get enough pushback. I get both sides. Like, I get why they're trying to give the donors a little bit of a perk. But then on the flip side, your season ticket holders are the ones that have been there, invested in the program.
All games have been sold out for this weekend, but whether it's at the stadium or on the couch, Sandmeyer says they will be cheering on the Big Red.
Again, we're going to watch it on TV. We'll have to buy ESPN Plus because we don't have that. But nevertheless, we're going to be there to cheer them on from my living room. But it's not the same. We should be in Bowlin Stadium, cheering them on.
Now, Sandmeyer also tells me after he had no luck of securing a seat to this weekend's games, he did try to order a ticket from SeatGeek, but the only availables were general admission. And he says for him and his wife, the price was just too expensive. For now, the reporting here in studio, Jake Owen, Channel 8 News.
Thank you so much, Jake. New at 10. Well, another day, another swatting call to a Nebraska school. This time, Central Elementary in Kearney got a call with a threat. The school went under secure mode, meaning everyone is brought inside. The doors are locked. Police and security investigated, and it was determined it was a fake threat known as swatting. Kearney police are still investigating. Let's get to your first forecast on this beautiful Wednesday night. Let's take a live look outside from our network of cameras. We had a quiet, nice day. And hey, with our bike drive tomorrow here at the station starting at 6 a.m., how's it looking weather-wise for those planning to stop by with their donations? Rusty?
Are you going to be up at 6 a.m.?
I will not.
Me either. That's way too early for us. But yeah, it is going to be warm but windy tomorrow, and there may be a spot shower or storm, especially between 7 and 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, mainly east of Lincoln, but it could get close to the capital city. I'm just going to say dry and partly cloudy for the entire day, and you're looking at temperatures in the 60s early in the morning, by noon 77 and 84 degrees by the afternoon. But a southeast wind 10, 20, gusting to around 40 miles per hour, especially late in the morning and into the early afternoon. Alocam, 21st and L Street, a quiet night. One car. No, there's two. We have partly cloudy skies and a little bit of rain trying to move through the Panhandle. That is really good news for them. Everybody needs the rain, but that is an area that really needs the rain. Temperatures are all over the place, 60s, 70s, and 80s still in parts of the Panhandle. The wind has let up just a little bit for much of the state, but there are still some wind gusts in the Panhandle, 30 to 40 miles per hour. The temperatures tonight will eventually drop into the upper 50s. We'll get to the 70s by noon, but look at these wind gusts way up there, almost 40 miles per hour by noon tomorrow. So windy and warm day, and there's some storm chances out there as well. The full forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Rusty. New developments tonight on the national hantavirus response with updates to those quarantined in Omaha. Today, the CDC hantavirus team giving updates to the nation, saying despite being in the early stages, they're still saying the risk to the American people is low. Danielle De Silva has more from the CDC and a biocontainment leader at Nebraska Medicine. Danielle joins us from the newsroom. Danielle?
Rod, today we learned that the one patient in the biocontainment unit over at UNMC has now joined the 15 other patients in the more hotel-style quarantine section of the building. It's a sign that things are moving in the right direction. CDC leader Dr. David Fitter explaining today that the hantavirus is a known pathogen and the Andes strain, although rare, is being handled by the best.
Our experts have allowed us to respond effectively while remaining vigilant about its unique features.
One biocontainment expert leading the charge in Nebraska, Dr. Katie Willett, echoes that.
This staff is training to be ready at a moment's notice.
With a minimum of 2 staffers per patient, Dr. Willett says they remain focused on patient health, physical and mental too. Today, we learned that all 16 UNMC patients are in quarantine after the one in the biocontainment unit has been moved over with the rest.
Especially early on, we're trying to identify the things that we can easily change, because there's little things that make a big difference in how your day goes. You know, we had some of our team from the ER that went and got a Starbucks run today for people, because that's a small thing that we can do, right? Try to give you a sense of some of the things that you would normally have in your life.
Also announced today that the 42-day incubation period began May 11th, day of the ship's departure. The CDC also reports that the initial test done on the positive patient while aboard was determined inconclusive and has now been redone. Those results to come back within days. In the meanwhile, monitoring patients continue.
The University of Nebraska team here is conducting regular temperature monitoring, symptom screening, and general wellness evaluations.
Staffers at the UNMC campus tell me that although not in the quarantine building, they trust their colleagues are getting the info they need to feel safe.
I just gotta have, keep my confidence in the hospital, and, they've done this multiple times over, so.
We'll be sure to keep you updated on all new developments with the hantavirus, both nationally and in Omaha, on air, online, and on the Now Local News app. Reporting from the newsroom, Danielle De Silva, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Danielle. After the break, pedaling toward a purpose. The Lincoln Bike Kitchen is hoping to break last year's record during our annual bike drive here at the station. How donated bikes are helping local families get to work, school, and beyond.
A windy day expected tomorrow and a warm day expected. There are thunderstorm chances in the forecast, quite a few of them actually. We'll take a look when we come back.
Every play, every highlight, KOKN brings you the action, bringing you closer to the excitement, one game at a time.
Some places open big, celebrate, and call it good enough. At Warhorse, good enough isn't an option. We're building, expanding, more to play, more to experience, more to savor. Being the best doesn't come with a finish line. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, where Nebraska wins. Highway 77 and West Denton Road.
At Pemberley Place Senior Living here in Lincoln, our senior living care is a calling. Our residents are family. Days are filled with activity, good friends, personalized care, and delicious food. Visit PemberleyPlace.com, an MJ Senior Living community.
Nebraska's #1 purchase lender, Charter West Bank Mortgage Center, is proudly Nebraska-owned with 2 convenient Lincoln locations and here for your home loan every step of the way. Let's get you home. Start with Charter West.
The power of the Eagle.
Kia of Lincoln's new location will be opening soon, so we're having an all-out inventory reduction sale now. Choose from hundreds of new Kias, get financing from 0% APR for up to 60 months, no payments for 90 days, and so much more. Drive home in a new 2026 Kia Carnival for just $399 a month. Now under new management, come see us at 1145 North 48th Street or online at kiaoflincoln.com. You will love our new way of doing business.
This news segment is brought to you by Rebath.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at. What do you think?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Fast removal, fast installation. Our remodels take only days, not weeks, so you can love your bathroom sooner. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Well, our bike drive is tomorrow, and it's coming at a time when more and more people are questioning the cost of driving a car. And there's good reason for that. At this Lincoln gas station today, unleaded with 10% ethanol, hitting $4.25 a gallon. This video sent into our Now local news app by citizen journalist Melanie. For some, they're finding themselves biking to their destinations now, if it's possible, and they're doing that instead of driving, right? Save some money. Channel 8's Emma Norwood joins us after speaking with the Bike Kitchen today about why they think our bike drive is so important.
At the Lincoln Bike Kitchen, it's all about helping those in need achieve a brighter future. Channel 8 is partnering with the Bike Kitchen for our 3rd annual bike drive, hoping to break last year's record.
We depend on the community, and this is one of our biggest events, to get a big lot of bikes in. And so I think last year we were around 330, somewhere in there. So we're going to shoot for that again this year.
With the warmer weather and higher prices across the nation, Executive Director Sherry Shanks tells me this drive is as important as ever, especially for families.
Our really busy season is just kicking in. 100% of our operation is sustainable. Riding a bike is sustainable. You don't have to use that fuel, which is quite expensive right now, and it's Bike to Work Week. We've got great weather, great trails, and so we support people getting out on your bike and ride to work.
Through a partnership with Lincoln Public Schools, Shanks says the need for young adults and children's bikes is constantly increasing. But one of the best parts about giving away a bike to someone in need is the smile it brings to so many faces.
A lady came in yesterday. She was dancing when she left with her child's bike. She was so thankful, and we get that all the time. People have requests and they write their story. Here's why I need a bike. Here's what's going on in my life. And it feels so good to be able to get that bike to that person to help them out with their lives.
That was Emma Norwood reporting. And yes, please don't forget, you, our wonderful viewers, can bring any new or gently used bikes to our station tomorrow. We're going to be out there in our parking lot all day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Bike Kitchen then takes the bikes, they start refurbishing them, and then they give them to people here in the Lincoln area. If you have a bike that's not being used, bring it on down to us. We'd love to say hello to you. We're just south of 10th and Van Dorn.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
The best part about donating a bike, too, is Rod test drives every bike. He does a wheelie down 10th Street. It's really cool to watch. 81 degrees for a high today, way above average, but well below average. And you know what? If you do the math and add these two numbers and these two numbers, exactly the same. So overall, it was a normal day. 96, though, for a record high back in 1940. Record highs are possible a couple of days from now. I'll show you that here in a minute. First, not a whole lot going on. 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Still, they got to be close to getting done with that. They were just out there the other day. It looked like they're done. We're going to keep an eye on that. Temperatures right now range from 65 in Columbus, the cold spot. Still in the 80s in Chadron and Scottsbluff, both at 81 degrees. But around here, we're in the 60s. 68 in Lincoln, 66 in Hebron, 68 in York and Kearney. Still 70, though, in Grand Island. Not a lot of wind. That will change as we head through the overnight. It's not much now. 6 to 14 to 30 miles per hour in Chadron. Wind gusts are up there, out there. But most of us just quiet. That will change as we head through the day tomorrow. So as we head past tonight into early tomorrow morning, still around 15 to 25 miles per hour at 6 a.m. But notice it's starting to increase. That will continue. Watch this. Anywhere from 30 to maybe, you see these purples kind of showing up? Those are 40 mile per hour wind gusts. So late morning into the early afternoon, 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. And then everything tries to die down after 3 p.m. Still up there, and I think still a 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gust possibility through early Thursday evening. That's the wind. Precipitation potential, nothing out there right now, just some storms in parts of the Panhandle, which they'll take whatever drop of rain they can get, as will all of us, really. Here's your stormcast. not a whole lot is going to happen. I'm going to show you that there's a severe weather threat for Thursday night. This is Thursday morning, though. First that, we might see a pop-up shower or thunderstorm 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Won't amount to much and quickly moves to the east. Then we kind of wait. Comes another cold front right here, all the way from northeast Colorado through McCook up through Grand Island and Columbus. Along this cold front, isolated storms are going to try to pop up here and there. Just most of us not going to see a thing, but an isolated storm will try to pop up every now and then fade away as we head past midnight. So because that isolated, very isolated storm threat is out there, and 1 or 2 of those storms could get strong to severe, we're in a level 1 marginal risk. Hail, damaging wind are the 2 main concerns. Then we do it again on Friday, a chance for some storms, especially in the evening hours. We do it again Saturday. Sunday, I'm watching closely. This could be the storms that hit the hardest would be on Sunday, but again, we're several days away from that, so we'll keep an eye on that. Monday as well. So let's kind of look at what that all means. Scattered showers and thunderstorms Friday, and then comes Saturday. There's storms right there. Then the timing is still iffy on all of this. Sunday afternoon, and then Sunday evening. This is what I'm talking about. Late afternoon, early evening on Sunday, a possibility of some strong storms, and then into Monday. So a lot going on there. Quickly though, temperatures tonight in the 50s, highs tomorrow, lower middle 80s, and then near record highs on Friday. 93 would be a new record high, 90 also on Saturday, and then 70s all the way through next week. Weather trivia time, since we're talking about bikes, what's the average speed of a Tour de France rider? Is it 5 to 15 miles per hour, 15 to 20, 25 to 30, or 40 to 50 miles per hour on a level, straight surface?
Nate's out here with me to guess. I'm going to go for the gusto, 40 to 50.
I'm going to go C here.
It is C, 25.
Come on, that's 5 in a row.
The average, like you and me, like 15 miles an hour.
What am I going to learn?
I don't know.
When you're out here to guess, I need to go with you.
Yeah.
Shows you how much smarter he is than I am. Coming up next, we're going to head into the sports zone. Nate, plenty to talk about. Where do you start?
Yeah, we're going to start with some baseball back on the diamond for the NAIA tournament. Doan taking on Madonna today here in Lincoln. We'll have the latest next.
Make a splash this summer by becoming a Y member and enjoy access to 3 outdoor pools, free group exercise classes, along with discounted rates on swim lessons, summer day camp, and youth sports. Let's make this the best summer yet. Outdoor pools open May 23rd, and we can't wait to see you. Stop by any Lincoln Y location or join online at ymcalincoln.org. The YMCA, for a better us.
Oh, hey, Bill. Hi, John. Looking sharp. You're going to do great.
Grandpa!
Well, actually, it's a 2026 480 horsepower Ford Mustang GT Fastback. Just enter non-winning Pony Payout scratch tickets for a chance to win. Hoof it over to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and play today.
For the moments you'll never forget, and the ones that change everything. Every piece has something to say. A.T. Thomas Jewelers, where you'll find the ring that speaks to you. 64th and O Lincoln.
Which room in your home could use new flooring? Carpets Direct is your #1 source for all things floors, offering a wide variety of carpet, luxury vinyl, hardwood, laminate, and sheet vinyl flooring. Carpets Direct, South 48th Street, Lincoln.
All of us at Honda of Lincoln are very proud and deeply honored to be named Nebraska's only Honda President's Award winner for 2025 and winner of the Lincoln's Choice Award for New Car Dealer in 2026. Right now, you can choose from over 400 new Hondas and get financing from 2.99% APR for up to 60 months. Come experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning into the Sports Zone. And we're going to start tonight with some baseball. Doane was hoping to advance to the NAIA tournament's opening round. To do so, they'd have to take down Madonna, and early on, the Crusaders, they scored 3 runs in the third to take a 3-0 lead. Doane, though, would fire back in the bottom half of the frame. Jet Grosser sneaking one just past the third baseman. He had himself not 1 but 2 bags there, a stand-up double. Thought about 3 there for a second, but a nice spot to be. Runner in scoring position, Carter Roth would come up with an RBI single past the shortstop. Lead cut to 3-1 now, and the final tonight, 7-4 Tigers. They advance out of the opening rounds and will head to Lewiston, Idaho to play in the World Series at Lewis Clark State College. A big congrats to the Tigers. Concordia was also back to work today as well. They fall just short to Kansas Wesleyan for the second time by the same score, 5-4. So that will do it for the Bulldogs. Still an impressive season for Concordia. Jordy Fromm has been elite for the Huskers. Her stats on the field say enough, but her leadership off the field goes above and beyond as well. The two-way player has been a force for Nebraska this season with a .426 batting average. She's hit 19 home runs, 10 doubles, 4 triples, has a slugging percentage of .870. And today she was honored as a top 10 candidate for the USA Softball Collegiate Player of the Year award. And then in the circle, she's just as potent. Fromm has an 18-4 record with a 1.24 ERA, has 10 saves and 7 shutouts, has allowed 31 runs across 152.2 innings pitched, all while helping Nebraska to a Big Ten regular season and tournament title this year. And of course, the number 4 overall seed in the 2026 NCAA tournament. And speaking of the tournament, Nebraska will host its first regional one since 2013 with Grand Canyon, Louisville, and South Dakota in town. The Huskers will start their tournament run Friday, May 15th against South Dakota. Bowling Stadium ready to roll. It's already sold out in Lincoln. And a quick Husker baseball update. The Nebraska series with Minnesota, the first game tomorrow has been moved to 2 p.m. The game will still be televised, though, on the Big Ten Network. Creighton Volleyball released their 2026 volleyball schedule today, and there's a lot of competition on there. The Blue Jays will head to PBA to take on the Huskers Wednesday, September 16th at 7 p.m. The last 2 times these two teams have met have been 5-set thrillers, both in Lincoln 2 years ago and Omaha last year. We'll see what's ahead in 2026. Well, finally, the NSAA soccer tournament is rolling along once again today in Class B. The first game of the day was the 1 seed Lincoln Pies at 10th. They took care of business over Scotus Central Catholic. 9-2 was the final today. Ava Colm scored 3 goals in the girls' win. And that was the first game of the day. Norris played the final game of the night. They come up just short tonight, however, 2-0. Against Scott Catholic. And that will do it for sports tonight. Rod will go ahead and send things back over to you.
All right, busy day. Thank you, Nate. Final check of the forecast with Rusty next.
In the 60s, 70s, even some 80s a little further west. Tomorrow morning, we'll start the day in the 50s. And then tomorrow afternoon, you're looking at the middle and upper 80s, maybe some 90s out there in far southwest Nebraska. But that's just the beginning. Look at these 90s coming our way. 93 on Friday, 90 on Saturday. Storm chances just about every day all the way through early next week.
Rusty, I'm going to remind you for the 13th time today that our bike drive is tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. right here at our station. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.